Hey guys, how you doing? This is Ghana's number one blogger, Bumidi Mame. This is the award-winning 2019 Ghanaian Canadian Sports Journalist of the Year. Hey guys, in the next few minutes, I'm gonna have a special guest. We're gonna have a little chitter chatter. We're gonna be talking about the Ghana under 20 team, also known as the Black Satellites, who just recently made it to the final of the under 20 World Cup. Sorry, not the under 20 World Cup, the AFCON under 20 World Cup, which is the African Cup. They beat out rivals Gambia, made it to the final, and the final will actually be played this Saturday. Again, we're going to have a special guest in a few minutes, and we're actually going to break down the Ghana Black Stars, the Ghana Black Satellites road to the U20 AFCON Cup final. I'll introduce myself again. My name is Ghana's number one blogger, Bumidi Mame. You can find me on all areas within the world of the internet. Hashtag GHN1blogger. You can type that in Google and you will literally find me on every single platform possible. As right now, you can see me right here on the YouTube. I'm also on the Instagram. I'm also on the Facebook. I'm on the Snapchat. Like, I'm literally everywhere. I'm somebody that, you can definitely approach in the street, have a conversation. Hi, how you doing? I'm somebody that, just plain and simple. Like, don't be afraid to approach me when you see me. Just say hi and, be about your day. We can, have a conversation. Soccer, everything, whatever it may be, Again, I'm just waiting for the special guest to come through. I see right now that we do have people live in the studio watching. Thank you very much for watching this live stream. Just in a few minutes, we will get into it. The Ghana U20 Black Stars on the road to the AFCON final. So, I probably may play, a little bit of chatter in the background, but, just bear with us. I was actually supposed to start the stream around 11:40, but unfortunately, apologies, I was currently on a Clubhouse chat, just having a conversation about various things. Please be patient if you would like to be part of this live stream. If you look in the corner, you will be seeing the how do you call it? The link to the live stream. And we could just go full streams ahead. Right now, as you can see, I've put the link to the stream right on here, and we can get into it. Just to let you know, the guest that we're gonna have in the studio today is Al Selector. Al Selector is running a little late, but when things come about, we will definitely get to the things. As we say in Ghana, oh say yeah besha mamo. Yes, the Ghana under 20 team has reached the final. The question is, will they win this final or not? As you may know, March 6, 1957 is actually Ghana's Independence Day. And, it would be very fitting for our guys to win the under 20 African Championship. And if they do so, it will be the first time since 2009, with the likes of Dede Ayew, Dominic Adia, Ajiman Badu, who scored the game winner to win the under 20 World Cup in Egypt, where they sank Brazil. Right now, we have El Selector that's in the studio, so I'm going to bring him in. El Selector, good evening. How are you? Welcome to the live stream. Ghana's number one bloggers, Ghana U20 road to the final. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good, actually. I'm just here, just coming out here, just chime in a bit, talk about under 20 team and what to expect.
Okay. So yeah, let me just throw you with a quick question. Seeing what's going on with the under 20 national team with the crop of players. Are you familiar with any of the players? Have you been following their
Not
exploits within the under 20 African Cup right now?
not so much, to be honest with you. I've not really been following the new crop of players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right now, just to fill you in, the Ghana under 20 team, which is called the Black Satellites, have just advanced to the under 20 World Cup final. And this is the first, actually, not the under 20 World Cup final, the U20 AFCON final. And this is the first time they've made it to the final since 2009, where they doubled as the African champions and the world champions of football. Um, Let me just give you a rundown actually on the guys that were actually picked to be on the squad. These guys are actually the reigning Wafu Cup Zone B champions. And for you guys out there that don't know what the Wafu Cup is, basically the four or five letters basically stand for the West African Football Union. And with the West African Football Union, it's basically a tournament just strictly for West African football nations. And they actually play in a competition head to head to see, who is the king of that regional zone. And yes, Ghana came out as champions. They even beat up on the Nigerian U20 team, and definitely that's a big deal right there for bragging rights. Now we're going into the list, as I said. Let me just read out to you the players that are on this team. Number one is William Emmanuel Esu. There is Philimo Bafo. There is Benjamin Aloma. Um, Next one is Nathaniel Ajay. There's also Frank Kobna Asinki. There is Emmanuel Isam. Don't get it confused with Michael Essien, but if you do, I can totally understand. Matthew Kujo Anim. If you guys are familiar with that name, that player used to play for Ghana's darling team, as in Kumasi Asante Kotoko. He's also currently playing right now for Legon Cities, which is also a team that the leading striker by the name of Asamoah Gyan has come home and finally played for a local team. And Matthew Kujo Anim was currently on trials with UEFA Champions League champions Bayern Munich. Next one is Samson Ajay, Precious Bois, Daniel Friye Barney, Mohamed Suleimana, David Kujo, Patrick Mensah, Iverick Anoche Mensah, Ofori Makati, Apia Kubi, Eric Ansu Apia, Samuel Koshi Abenyana, Danlad Ibrahim, Abdul Fattah Isakau, Samuel Abe Ashikwe, Frank Boateng, Emmanuel Ajimanbia, Uzar Hassan, Josepho Barnes, and James Ampofo, who actually rounds out the squad. Have you heard, anything about any of these young guys coming up within the, I would say, the Ghanaian stream of football right now with any of the names that I've mentioned?
no, actually, they're relatively new names to me, but looking forward to seeing what they're capable of doing, and definitely looking forward to catching up and seeing how they're going to perform out there.
Okay. So, as I said originally, we were talking about the under 20 squad of Ghana, which is also called the Black Satellites. And now I'm going to review Ghana's road to the final. I'm just going to read off the matches that they played in and the score lines. Okay. Now let's get into the score lines. Ghana actually played their first match in Group C against a young side within Tanzania. And they actually won that game very easy and very simply by a score of 4-0. And in that game, actually, the 4-0 win, four players that scored were Bua, which scored in the 3rd minute and the 71st minute, Ishiaku, who scored in the 30th minute, and FC Schalke player, who is actually he's not a local player, but he's actually a player that plays in Europe. He plays for FC Schalke, Barnes, who ended the scoring within the 89th minute. The next game that they did play in was against Morocco. It was a tough match, as you know. Uh, our North African teams usually they go really head to head down to the wire with West African teams, and that match ended 0-0. At this point, Ghana was actually leading the group, and all they needed was a win or a point to move on to the next round. But unfortunately, in the last game, they lost to Gambia by the score of 2-1. Funny enough, Ghana actually opened the scoring in the 9th minute, but unfortunately, they just really came undone. But Ghana went from being in first place within that group, which was Group C, and they fell all the way down to 3rd place. But due to how things went, it was they still gave a chance to 3rd place teams, and Ghana actually finished on top of the 3rd place teams, and they were inserted into the quarterfinal to face Cameroon. Now, that game against Cameroon was a barn burner. I don't know if you're familiar. I definitely know that you are familiar. El Selector. Do you know Cameroon actually fielded two of the sons of two great Cameroon sons of the nation, the son of Samuel Eto'o and the son of Roger Milla. Do you remember the exploits of Roger Milla and Samuel Eto'o within the World Cup and also at the African Cup and even domestically in terms of Europe?
Yes, I do recall Samuel Eto'o and his career and whatnot. Sorry, am I echoing right now?
No,
Am I echoing?
I don't hear an echo on my side.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. So, like I was saying, basically, I do recall both of them. They're both historic players for that nation. Both have done wonderful things, and both are legends, to say the least.
Mm-hmm. But I can definitely say, chiming in on Roger Milla, if you remember, I believe the after I think it was the 1990 World Cup where he scored that famous goal. He actually came out of retirement at the age of 40, and he scored the infamous goal for Cameroon and did that infamous guitar on the belly dance and literally went wild, and it actually became one of the biggest commercials for Coca-Cola still to date. On the other side of things, Samuel Eto'o, which is a multi-time Champions League winner with his exploits with Real Madrid, Barcelona, Inter Milan, Chelsea, and so on and so forth. But from what I remember, he has Champions Leagues with Barcelona, Inter Milan, and I believe those are the only two teams that he won Champions Leagues with. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I believe you're right on that standpoint.
Okay. So now, funny enough, we're just getting acquainted with the information in terms of the Cameroon national team. And yes, Samuel Eto's oldest son, which his name is Etienne Eto Pineda, who currently plays in La Liga. Forget what team it is, but I'll definitely give you guys the necessary info on that soon. And Roger Milla's son, and Roger Milla's son by the name of I believe him also. His name is let me find that for you right now. He let me see. Yes, funny enough, ironically, his name is Kevin Prince Mila. He also bears the same name as, if you guys may remember, on the Ghana national team, Kevin Prince Boateng. But yes, Kevin Prince Mila also is an up and coming within football. We just really hope that both of these guys can even be better than their parents. But yes, back to Ghana's exploits in that game. Ghana actually, that was a very tight game. It was a barn burner of a game. The match actually ended 1-1. The match went all the way into extra time, and Kevin Prince Mila actually scored in the 103rd minute, and everybody just thought, rah, 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 like Ghana was done. But the amazing part is Boate came out of nowhere and scored within extra time, and it actually went straight to penalties. The story in penalties there is Ghana was perfect, scored 4 goals within a free Ye, Asinki, Mensah, and Bois. Cameroon only ended up sticking 2, and Roger Miller's son, Kevin Prince Miller, ended up missing his and crashed out of the tournament. Actually, funny enough, Cameroon was actually considered to win the tournament, seeing the way they were playing. And Samuel Eto'o's son, in his first ever U20 African Cup game, ended up scoring a double. And I'm gonna pass this over to you, El Selector. Seeing the scoreline of 1-1, the match ending 4-2 in penalties, how would you rate this match? How would you analyze this match?
Honestly, like, I didn't watch the film of the match, but it does come across from the score. It seems like it was a competitive matchup. So I can only go off of there.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully I can catch them and see more, which I will do in the coming days, and I'll take a look at them and see exactly how they pan out and which players to watch out for, because I know there's going to be some players that are going to do well domestically coming out of this, because they're going to eventually, we're going to start seeing them play in different leagues around the world. So I'm definitely looking forward to that, but I will catch them in the coming days, but it does come across as a competitive matchup.
Hey guys, I'd just like to reset this live stream. This is Ghana's #1 blogger, the award-winning Ghana's #1 blogger, Bumi D Mame. We're just here talking about the AFCON Under-20 African Cup, and we're just talking about Ghana's road to the final and their exploits and what they've done thus far. And we were just getting into how Ghana has been doing in terms of their matches, the win-loss column, and such and such. And now what we're going to be going into is just, letting you know when Ghana will be playing the final game, which will be against Uganda, which is March 6, 2021. And to a lot of Ghanaians out there and, Africans in general, March 6 sounds, very familiar. And yes, it is. March 6, 1957 is when Ghana gained independence from British rule. And as they would say, God bless our homeland, Ghana. Let's keep our nation great and strong. And that's just a little bit piece on, the Ghana national anthem. And now we're just gonna get into the next game that Ghana did play. But before that, we just like to talk to El Selector, maybe, just talk about, March 6, 1957, just a little bit about, Ghana, just a quick spiel of, what El Selector knows. Take it away, El Selector.
Yeah, on just a historic day, as far as Ghana as a whole. For those who don't know, that's the day Ghana got independence from the British. So the British no longer owned Ghana or controlled Ghana. So it is a historic day as far as Ghana being able to get their independence. And this is how we know Ghana today.
Yes, which is very true. I'm going to take it away here. Um, Again, we're talking about Ghana's quest to the U20 African Cup final. This is the first time we've been there since 2009, and this is definitely a big deal. And rest in peace to the first president of Ghana, which is Kwame Nkrumah. And it would be a befitting win for Ghana if they can win on March 6th to really send the nation into celebration, which is they're already celebrating anyways, but to add more to the fun. As I said, Ghana made the semifinals by beating Cameroon by a score of 4-2 within the penalty shootout. And Ghana made it to the semifinals. They beat Gambia. Gambia is a very tall team. Ghana, I usually notice that they have a lot of problems with tall teams simply because they like to play a lot of aerial balls. Ghana, actually, this is not the first time they met Gambia. They actually met Gambia in the group phase, and Gambia met them 2-1. So, you definitely know that this game would be, a game of testing them to see that if it's going to happen again, where they're going to lose, or have they learned. So basically, what Ghana did in this game that I totally noticed from a standpoint of tactics is they realized that they had to actually keep the ball on the pitch, keep it simple. What ended up happening in the game is as they did that, Gambia became very physical, and the ref let a lot of the physicality. He allowed it instead of kind of giving cards here and there. Another thing too also is that the ref um, missed two penalty shots for Ghana as Ghana got fouled in the box. But I mean, either way, it's not an excuse. Ghana went on to win 1-0 through a 34th minute goal from Boa. My thing is this: asking a selector. In the game of football, how do you feel about physicality and missed calls by refs? And does it throw off the game or does it better the game? I just like to know your thoughts on that.
Physicality, I believe, is very important in the game. As far as the throwing off the referees, no, as far as the throwing off the game, as far as referees miss calls throwing off the game, that is a factor that needs to be fixed. You do see it commonly. You do see it a lot. I know in European football, they have been doing a great job of with they've been doing a great job of like having certain people watching the game from far up top so they can kind of communicate with the referees and whatnot on certain types of calls or controversial calls, and they do have video filming and they have instant replay as well. So that is helping the game, but there still are missed calls, there still are blown calls, but it's a part of the game as well, right? We're human beings, right? So there's never going to be a game where you're going to get 100% of the calls. As far as as far as under 20 African football and whatnot, and African Cup of Nations and football in Africa, that that could be a challenge. Um, just because of the technology, they don't have the rapid technology that they have, like in the Americas or in Europe or even in Asia. So that's something that they're working towards. So I'm sure, missed calls and certain types of ticky tacky or certain calls that should be called will be play ons, but the players should be used to that.
Mm-hmm.
And the players should have that in the back of their mind going in there, knowing that hey, we could use this to our benefit as well. So there's pros and cons to both this.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, the thing is, as time goes on, to remember these guys are still within the juvenile stages. It could also teach them something for the senior ranks and, how to deal with the physicality. Because let's be brutally honest, if the physicality does take you out of your game, definitely you've become a liability to your team and you're not helping your team forward. But along that, let's get to just basically Ghana won the game 1-0, and right now they're in the final, and they will be facing Uganda in the final. Interesting point about Uganda. Did you know that this is actually Uganda's first under 20 African Cup, and they made it all the way to the final?
A testament to Uganda, a testament to Uganda and what they're doing over there. The fact that they're able to do that is a milestone, and this could be a new trend for Uganda where they might be rising upwards. So this may be because this crop of players potentially could be the next crop of players that go and represent Uganda in the African Cup of Nation and internationally playing soccer on club teams. So congratulations to Uganda, and we'll see how it transpires against, the Black Stars.
And Selector, I just actually put a link in the comment section. I was wondering if you could click on if it's possible for you to click on the hyperlink. And if not, it's not a big deal.
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Okay.
I took a look at it.
If possible, I want you to look at the other side of the bracket, which is Uganda's rise to the final, and just, read out, their score lines from the group phase and who they face in the group phase all the way down to reaching the final. And actually, before you do get to that, my apologies. I didn't let people know, the group that Ghana was in and the group that they actually came out of. Basically, there was three groups: Group A, Group B, Group C. And Ghana was in the last group, and they were paired with Morocco, Gambia, and Tanzania. As I said, they beat Tanzania, they tied Morocco, and lost to Gambia. And as a result, they ended up finishing third place within the group with 4 points. They actually scored 5 goals and only scored 2 goals against. And the marquee shot stopper on the Ghana under 20 national team is Mr. Ibrahim. There is actually no connection to Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who plays for AC Milan. But yes, continue.
Yeah, so definitely. I'm taking a look at this right now. Just pretty interesting to say the least. They've been doing pretty well. It seems like, they've been doing pretty well. They beat Tunisia. They've been doing pretty well. Uganda, to say the least. They had a 0-0 draw against Burkina Faso. They've been doing relatively well. This is going to be a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a really good one, to say the least. This is going to be a really, really good one.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, in terms of, the group phase and the score lines, how did they do on their way to the quarterfinal semis and now seeing them in the final, going to face Ghana on Saturday?
It seems like they've done relatively well. They were able to pick up the big wins against. They were able to pick up some marquee wins against certain types of teams, like Burkina Faso and Tunisia. So it looks good. It looks good to see this. I like to see how they make out against the Black Stars. I'm not really too sure how their competition was, but it just looks good from the standpoint of watching it. I like to see how they play against the Black Stars, and then from there I'll be able to make a determination on exactly what kind of team this is. Since for the championships, there's a lot at stake, right? We've seen this before where teams have done relatively well, and then they get to the championship stage and they flame out, right? So it's a big test for them.
Yeah, I'll select it just to let you know. Your microphone is actually chipping in and out, so it's kind of just.
Okay. Oh, okay. Give me a second. All right. Give me a second.
All right, guys. Just reset the live stream. We're just talking about Ghana's road to the Under 20 Cup final. We just actually switched sides right now to Uganda. Uganda has also made the Under-20 African Cup final for the first time in their history. And, we're just chopping it up. We're talking about stats. We're talking about score lines and stuff. And right now, when L Selector gets a chance, we'll definitely get back into it, chopping it up. Just to let you know, my name is Ghana's #1 blogger, the award-winning blogger, Bomidi Mame, 2019. Hashtag Ghana's #1 blogger. You could actually follow me everywhere available on social media, the Instagram, the Facebook, the Twitter, the YouTube, you name it. All you just gotta type in is GHNO1 Blogger Media and you will find me. It's just that simple, guys. So, we're gonna get into, Uganda's quest to the final. Just give you a little bit of information and then, we will definitely get to it. And then when, again, L Selector is ready, we can just chop it down. But yeah, let me just get into what Uganda has been doing within this U20 World Cup. As I said, there were 3 groups. Uganda was actually in Group A with Cameroon and also the host of the U20 World Cup, U20 African Cup, which is Mauritania. Unfortunately, Mauritania didn't get out of the group, but the tail of the tape, Uganda basically started with a 2-0 win over Mozambique, which is a Portuguese-speaking nation. And in their second match, they actually lost 1-0 to Cameroon. I mean, there's no shocks there. And they ended up winning their last group game 2-1 against Mauritania. So now moving on to the quarterfinal stage, Uganda played to a 0-0 tie with Burkina Faso and went straight to penalties and ended up winning 5-3. On the next side of things, they advanced to the semifinal and smashed North African compatriots Tunisia 4-1. And now, March 6th, 2021, they will be facing the Black Stars. Sorry, not the Black Stars, the Black Satellites of Ghana. And now I'm just going to get into the scorers table right now as to what damage the Ghana Under-20 players have done on this tournament, and we can definitely go from there. Just my question is, hey, L Selector, how you doing right now? Are you available, or you just still going through the motions right now?
How does my mic sound right now?
Yeah, your mic actually sounds really good.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah, streaming very well.
Yeah, I'm just process of I'm just like fixing it up, but yeah. Okay, all right. You said it sounds pretty good.
So basically, right now, I'm just gonna go through the scorers chart at the African U20 Cup. I'm gonna start with all the scorers from the Ghana national team, and then we could literally go into the scorers of this tournament. Just to let you know, so far in this tournament, there have been 50 goals scored in 24 matches for an average of 2.08 goals per match as of March 1st, 2021. That really just goes to show you that, a lot of these young kids, these whippersnappers, as they would say, have a quality on the ball, and they're definitely banging goals in the net. And definitely, for the development of these nations and, the development of players, this is definitely speaks to a true testament of the soccer organizations within CAF, which is also known as the Confederation of African Football. L Selector, what would you like to add to the comments that I've made about the development of African football and the amount of goals that have been scored in this tournament thus far? 50 goals in 24 matches.
I think it's a testament to African football. African football is steadily climbing as far as the talent on the field. Like the players on the field, they're developing individually. So you start to see them in different clubs around the world performing at a very good level. I would like to see the African football. I want to see it progress going forward on a national stage.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to see it. We have to be very objective. We don't want to be biased. We have to be objective. So we want to see it progress on a national stage. So when we talk about national stage, we want to see it progress when it comes to the World Cup. We want to see this talent level be able to compete with the talent level in other continents and be able to compete, but not just compete because we have been able to compete, but also win on the big scale. That's how
You're
we'll
right.
be able to determine how good African football is doing on the big scale. Because if we look at it, African football has actually produced great talented single individual players. They have produced competitive teams on a national scale in past years, but then they've also quite as recent as last World Cup didn't produce as well as they should have produced and as well as advertised. So
You're
we need
right.
that to change. So this here is a testament. We need to look at it from going into the next 10 years and the next several World Cups coming, and how we're able to perform on that level of on that stage.
You're right. It's definitely about goals and consistency. It's not about like having flashy uniforms like the Nigerian national team. I mean, no knock on you guys. Yes, you had a beautiful jersey, but we definitely want to see results at the international stage in terms of the overall men's World Cup. Because let's be brutally honest, the last time an African team even made, you know, a deep cadence through the World Cup rounds is Ghana, and we can go way back to 2010 when Ghana made the quarterfinals, beating USA 2-1 via Kevin Prince Boateng scoring an early goal and Asamoah Gyan scoring the game winner for Ghana in extra time, and moving on to face Uruguay of South America. And what ended up happening is that, Asamoah Gyan missed the penalty shot. We know what happened. We could have been the first, the Black Stars could have been the first African team to ever make it to the semifinals. And
And and when you
go
look
ahead.
at it too, prior to that, it was Senegal that
Korea,
was
Japan, 2002.
exactly. So it seems like there's a common thread, and everything that had happened was like over. That was almost 20. We're going on 20 years ago with Senegal, and then with the Black Stars, that's 10 plus years ago. So I
Mm-hmm.
want to see how all this is translating going forward into the next Qatar World Cup and the World Cups coming. If any
That's true.
African teams not just make it to the eight, but actually make it to the championship and win the championship, or at least have several African teams in the semifinals, or even African teams battling in the championships. That's how we're able to understand what level we're at, because the reality is that's how they're able to figure out the metrics on which countries and which continents are dominating in the respected realm. You see what I'm saying? When it comes
True.
to international play. And as of now, the conflict we're playing right now, the under 20 African Cup of Nation and the African Cup of Nation and the Continental Cups and all that cool stuff is great. But when it comes to the world stage, that's how we're able to determine, you see what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
where we are. And until then, we're still just sitting down here kind of just it's we still haven't not really, we're kind of going in circles. We haven't really made the progress that we need to make.
That's true. And we
Mhm.
definitely can't forget Cameroon. Cameroon are also one of the three African representatives that have made it to the quarterfinals, but haven't able to surpass. The question right now that is out there, we're not going to get into it, but I'm just going to throw that question out there. Seeing as the Achilles heel is the quarterfinals for African teams, what is it actually going to take? This is not a question that we need to answer now, but what is it going to take for African teams to hurdle the quarterfinals of the African Cup in order to get to new territory. As I said, Ghana was the closest one, you know, in South Africa 2010 when they were affectionately named Bagana Bagana. And if you're familiar with South Africa, their national team, the men's national team, is actually called Bafana Bafana. But yeah, you know, a lot needs to be done. What will it take for Africa to get to that next hurdle, which is the semifinals? But you know what? Anyways, let's get back into the African U20 World Cup final, which is Ghana and Uganda. Ghana here for the first time since 2009, and Uganda, the upstart, first time African Cup attendees, and they're all the way in the final. Right now, we're going to talk about the goal scorers. We're going to go through the list of Ghanaian goal scorers first, and then we're going to go through the overall list. Right now, the leading scorer on the Ghana national team right now is Precious Bois with 3 goals to lead his side. Another guy on the Ghana national team who is causing trouble and causing misery for defenses at the U20 World Cup is Abdul Fattah Isahauko. And we have a few guys who have scored 1 goal for the Ghana national team, which is one being Frank Boateng, another guy being Joseph Olo Barnes. So as of right now, when you look at it, the main targets for the Ghana national team right now are Joseph Olo Barnes, Frank Boateng, Abdul Fattah Issa. Apologies if I've butchered your name. And Precious Boa. So right there, that gives you 1, 2, 3, 4 scorers for the Ghana national team at this tournament thus far. And, you know, I hope they can definitely carry it on. I hope there are some surprises on the Ghana national team side in terms of new goal scorers, because you know what? Whatever better help that you can get in the final is even much better. Let's turn our attention to the goal scorers of Uganda before we get into the whole thing. Funny enough, the leading goal scorer of this tournament was Precious Bois, but it turns out that he was undone by a Ugandan player by the name of Derek Kakaoza. What ended up happening is in the semifinal, he actually ended up getting a hat trick. And this is actually the first time that a player scored a hat trick within the 2021 AFCON. And the funny thing about that is he scored in the 37th, 50th, and 73rd minute in a 4-1 win over Tunisia. Basically, right now, here's the goal scorers list. Right now, my battery is dying on my laptop, so I'm just gonna go right now and get my charger. I'm going to leave the show to L Selector, and L Selector just leave off from where I'm talking about. Let's just talk about the U20 African Cup and where you see where it's possibly going, and you'll see me in a few seconds.
Yeah, definitely a good tournament. We got to definitely check out. I think it's going to be a good tournament. I think so far it's been pretty good from what I've been observing. It's going to be a great match on March 6th. I think it's a matchup that definitely people need to take a look at. You're going to see a lot of potential and up and coming talented young guys that are going to be dictating the future, or you may see potential guys that will be uh, pushing and, just out here, just out here competing, and you're going to see them on a national stage. You may see them playing in the continent there, or you'll see them eventually playing potentially in Europe somewhere, or maybe South America or Asia, Middle East, Israel. These guys are going to be playing all over the world. So it's something that you should definitely take a look at and check out and whatnot, We're just waiting for our guy right here, Ghana's #1 blogger, to come in and tear it up and, just show us, but definitely a tournament that is bringing a lot of young, up and coming, youthful talent and going to be dictating a lot. So for sure, for sure, for sure.
Please and thank you, El Selector, for all of that.
Yeah, no
Right
problem.
now, I'm gonna get into um, the other players that have been scoring very nicely for the Ugandan national team that has allowed them to make it to the final. Again, apologies if I've butchered your name. Uganda with 2 goals. Ugandan player by the name of Steven Sawada. And another player that has been scoring for Uganda by the name of Richard Basangwa. So right there, you can clearly see that there's 3 players that have scored for the U20 national team, and they're definitely going to be called upon to break down the defensive pairings of the Ghana U20 team. And, clearly you can see a young sniper by the name of Derek Kazoa for the Ugandan national team that Ghana should definitely hold from scoring. And since Ghana has experience at this level, championship experience, I definitely hope that they will play the necessary football, use the necessary tactics, and cruise to a convincing win. Going forward now, as you can see, it's 50 goals scored in 24 matches. Many notable players have scored in this match. I will give you guys a link to my blog to allow you to see all the action that has been going on in this U20 African Cup. And, just to give you necessary insight into this game, we're not going to take any longer here. We're going to wrap it up. But what we will tell you is that the U20 African Cup final is going to be on Saturday, to be exact. This coming Saturday, which is March 6th, which is also Ghana's Independence Day. And Ghana will be facing the upstart in Uganda in this U20 matchup. I'm gonna let El Selector take over for a second. I'll give you the necessary information, kickoff time, and match. I'm just gonna let El Selector analyze the final between both sides and his prediction for the winner, who will win the Under-20 African Cup.
Definitely a matchup I'll be watching. I think everybody should be watching this matchup. It's something to do. There's nothing else better to do but to watch this. So definitely check it out. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be entertaining. That's all I have to say. Check it out. As far as my predictions go, I'm predicting that Ghana is gonna pull off the victory. It's a special day for Ghana and the nation. So I definitely want to see Ghana go out there and shine and go hard and just go out there and win for win for their people. So yeah, it's gonna be a great one to say the least. Go Ghana, go, man. That's all I have to say. It's gonna be a good one, and Ghana's definitely gonna go out there and show out. And I think Ghana's gonna pull out the victory for their nation, for their people, and that's what it is, yo. Salute to Ghana.
And one more thing, actually. What do you predict the scoreline will be between these two sides? And do you feel like will this go to extra time, shootouts? Like, just give us a rundown of what you think is gonna happen in this.
My prediction is I think Ghana will win 3-1.
Ooh, that's a heavy scoreline.
Mm-hmm. I think Ghana will win 3-1.
You definitely believe in the squad, don't you?
I think just the significance of what's going to happen, and what Ghana needs to do and what Ghana's expecting to do. I think that alone is going to motivate the Ghanaians to go out there and get this victory for their people. I think Ghana has a lot riding on this. I think they want to show why they're the young talent. They've won it before, and I think they want to go out there and do it again, especially this young crop. This is a new crop of guys. I think they should be able to get it done. I think this is Ghana's time.
Yeah, I definitely think that this is Ghana's time to shine. This is definitely something for Ghana to, you know, reintroduce to the world that, um, the under 20 sector of Ghana football is back. And I think this would be a great way to let the world know, but also to give a befitting Independence Day to all Ghanaians.
Definitely. Couldn't disagree with you.
Yeah, guys, just to let you know, the final is going to be played at Stadio Olympique, which is a stadium in the beautiful African country of Mauritania. Again, as I said, the game will be played March 6, 2021, which will the time of the game would be played in 2100 hours, which is Army time, which is also equivalent to 9 p.m. GMT time. So now when you compare that to actually Canadian time, that would be about
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern, but there's actually
Canadian times are different.
Yeah, so this will be 9 p.m. GMT. So that's about Canadian time. Let me see something. Okay, if that's 9 o'clock, then that has to be at least.
You mean Eastern Standard Time? We go by Eastern Standard.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out as to what time is Eastern Standard Time. Probably about let's see. That would be about 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for anybody who's watching. I'll definitely update you all, let you know what's going on. This will be Ghana under 20 versus the Ugandan national team for all the marbles within Africa for U20. So guys, check it out. Thank you for El Selector for coming to the show. We're definitely going to do more streams like this again this year. This is 2021. This is the year of purpose and the year of pushing ahead. You will definitely be hearing me much more. And El Selector, thank you for being always a guest on this wonderful show. Just would you like to plug yourself, anything before we leave for the night?
Follow me on El Selector, YouTube El Selector, and on YouTube El Selector Finance and Lifestyle Channel or Lifestyle and Finance Channel. So El Selector Lifestyle and Finance Channel, and also on YouTube El Selector. That's the channel. I have 2 channels there. You can find me on there. If you're interested in doing some work, I have my email below there. You can hit me up. You can chime in if you have any you want to have conversation, any topics. If you're looking for any consulting or anything of that nature, email me. I got a lot of stuff I do, so hit me up if you're interested in that. And I am out. Thank you for hosting me. Peace.
No problem. And to let you guys know, once again, I go by the name Ghana's #1 blogger, Bomidi Mame, the award-winning 2019 Ghanaian Canadian blogger of the year. Just to let you know, this is what I do. I do soccer, I do entertainment, I do music, I do it all. If you want to find me on social media platforms everywhere possible, that's the Facebook, that's the Instagram, that is the YouTube, anywhere you name it. If you want to find me on Facebook, it's facebook.com/Ghana National Team. If you'd like to find me on Twitter, it's just GH101 Blogger. If you want to find me on Instagram, it's just GH101 Blogger Media. Let's just keep it as simple as that. If you want to put it into Google, all you got to do is hashtag GH101 Blogger, and you will find me everywhere. On the YouTube, GH101 Blogger Media. Please and thank you. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Let's go Ghana. U20 African Cup final. The game will be played 9 o'clock Eastern time. Sorry, 9 o'clock GMT time, 4 p.m. Eastern. Missy Ghana, Ghana will say yeah. Let us bring back the cup for the nation of Ghana. And yes, happy early Independence Day, Ghana. And guys, one more thing we didn't mention in the live. There will be a stream running all through the day. For the Independence Day specifically, we're going to have different types of people that are going to be interviewed on here. And also, we will be live streaming the game, and I will be doing voice commentary. Maybe if L Selector is available, he can come through. We can, shoot the shit back and forth. But please and thank you, everybody. Take care of yourselves and have yourselves a wonderful night. Go Ghana. Go Ghana. Black satellites. Let's do this thing. Have yourselves a wonderful night.